Salut tout le monde, it's your boy Lukael. Welcome back to Telltale the Walking Dead. Today we're playing episode 2 of the final season, Suffer the Children. So in the first episode we were reunited with our dear Clementine along with little baby AJ, who's no longer a baby. He's grown up quite a bit. I'm not going to do a full recap because they're probably going to recap at the beginning of this episode, but basically they're now part of this group made up entirely of teenagers and children. They've made their home in this abandoned school and things seem to be going pretty well, although they were lacking food. Unfortunately, things have already been breaking down. Their leader, Ray Chase, seems like he made a deal with some bandit group close to the school and gave them 2 of the children, and so one of them knew about it, confronted him about it, he got really angry, killed her in his anger, and now Clementine has exposed him to the whole group, and then AJ ended up shooting him, quite surprisingly. So I'm not too sure how the other kids are gonna deal with AJ like killing their leader, but I guess we're about to find out. So thank you for joining me today. Without any further ado, let's jump right back in.
Previously on The Walking Dead, AJ and I had been searching for a long time for some place we could call home. Just when we thought we'd found a huge stash of food, it turned out to be a trap. That could have been the end. But I woke up and found I'd been saved by a guy named Marlon.
Poor Marlon.
The leader of a community, living inside an old boarding school. It felt like a chance at having a home, a real one. We had to go back to the train station to see if any food survived the explosion. But someone else had the same idea.
Guy called Abel, apparently.
When AJ distracted him, I shoved him into a pack of walkers.
We did not see him die, but...
I found Marlon and Brody in the basement that night, arguing about the man we'd seen, and I learned why Brody was so afraid. The man was part of a group of raiders they'd run into a year ago. Marlon traded Tennessee's older sisters to the raiders to keep himself safe.
So there were 2 sisters, right?
He attacked Brody and locked me in the basement with her. When she turned, I had to stop her. Marlon stole AJ's gun and tried to convince them I had murdered Brody.
Desperation
Lewis
move.
backed me up. With everyone against him, the fight went out of Marlon.
He gave up.
I told him he could stay, but he couldn't be our leader. But then... Marlon was dead, and AJ pulled the trigger. He remembered what I'd taught him. To always aim for the head.
Again, that wasn't for that context, though. We're gonna have to teach him better. I really like this format of recap instead of like just showing you scenes from the previous episode. And I'm surprised it took them this long to do this. I much prefer this, like having the protagonist actually recap the events. That's much more interesting. Yeah, I have a feeling that Abel is not gonna be dead, but that's really like, he really should be, because he got like grabbed by a bunch of walkers. Like, also I'm amazed that this hat still fits Clementine. I forgot to say that in the previous episode. Like, how does this hat still possibly fit her head when she had it when she was like 8? I guess it's very stretchy.
I made you some coffee. It was in the kitchen. Tin said that I can have some. I didn't steal it.
Do we like coffee?
I'm surprised you remember how to make it. We haven't had coffee in a long time.
You put it in hot water.
You're right. Thanks.
Yeah, I guess it's not that complicated.
Last night, with Marlon, I heard Lewis and what he called me.
What did he call you?
Am I a murderer?
Kinda, yeah.
No! Oh my God!
Shit! We could get medicine from the nurse's office.
Medicine for a bullet to the head?
The kid blew his brains out. You shot him. He's dead. You're a murderer. You promised Marlon. You said you'd help him fix things. What the fuck did you teach this kid?
To defend himself? I didn't teach him...
Lewis called me a murderer. But we're supposed to kill bad stuff. Monsters.
Well, he wasn't...
Did I do it bad?
He wasn't turned.
I thought Marlon was bad. He killed Brody. He kept telling lies.
Lewis was right. Sometimes people do bad things, like Marlon did. But when you shot him, he wasn't a threat to us anymore.
Yeah.
If you kill someone when they're no longer threatening you, that's murder.
Sorry, kid, but
What are we gonna do?
we need to teach him what's right. Aw. Uh-oh, little Arthur fist.
Back off, all of you!
It was under control. I talked Marlon down. Then he murdered my fucking friend.
Take AJ, go inside.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, just let them go back to the dorms? What happens the next time one of us does something this kid doesn't like? Should we expect a bullet too?
That's not what happened.
It's exactly what happened. It was over. The little Mr. Trigger Happy decided otherwise.
Marlon started this. He killed Brody and almost got me too.
True.
AJ did what he had to do.
But he had to? He didn't have to shoot Marlon in the fucking skull. It was over.
I agree.
Get it?
I'm with you on
Just
this.
Back off, okay?
Back off? Seriously?
But he's a young child. I mean,
Let's go.
Clem? If I'm a murderer, am I gonna die too?
What? No.
Well, I think murderers are like monsters, and I know what happens to monsters. Nothing good. Nothing good at all.
I mean, you're not a monster.
AJ, you're not a monster.
They think I am. I wish they didn't.
We're going to fix this. You and me. I'm going to help you atone.
Atone?
It means make up for what you did wrong. We'll make it all right with the others.
I don't know if we can.
Like, someone help me with this!
Saved you from that car wreck and you fucking murdered him?
Get back, Mitch!
Get back.
Or what? You gonna let him kill me too? Then who's next? A Sim? Willie?
Can I disarm him?
Screw both of you.
I was curious to see if she could, but maybe that wasn't the best choice. Maybe I should have just talked him down, but...
What is it?
You've killed a lot of people. You told me your friend Lee became a monster. But you didn't kill him because he wasn't a threat.
That's not really why.
Is that why you didn't kill him?
Nah.
Clem?
I mean, the reason I didn't want Clem to shoot Lee was to save the bullet. That was my reasoning. Because Lee was tied up in the thing, right? So, like, he couldn't attack her anyways. And I wanted her to learn that, like, you should always save your bullets for when you really need them. But in this whole universe, they never really... Even though they could use a bladed weapon instead, I see people wasting their bullets all the time when they really shouldn't. Like, it should be a last resort, really, but that was my reasoning. I don't think that's how the game kind of took it. I think, it's interesting that this choice keeps coming back up. Like, this choice of killing Lee or not was brought up a few times, and it's interesting how it's one that's followed us. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of tension now in this group. And I can't blame them.
I love you, Clem.
I love you back.
Hey, 10.
Hey. Violet said to come get you for the funeral.
Really?
We used to have them more. Then we stopped. It seems right, though. I brought you something.
For me?
I figured you'd be afraid, with everyone all upset. But you were brave last night. Like a firefighter.
No, firefighters are good. I'm a murderer.
No, you're not. You gotta have a trial first. They decide that stuff in a courtroom. That's how
Well,
it works.
We don't really do that
Or
anymore.
before. Back then, there were all kinds of rules about who was innocent, who was guilty. It was complicated.
We have to decide things for ourselves now. We can't rely on other people to make the rules for us.
Who decided you're a murderer?
Clem. But she's right. So's everyone else.
It's like, he definitely did something wrong, but then again, it's like, what kind of punishment can you, like, I want him to know that what he did was wrong because you don't want him to do it again. Like, if someone has given up, like Marlon had clearly at this point surrendered, like he dropped the gun, he was just kind of distraught. He could have eventually atoned for what he did to Brody, you know? So it was wrong to shoot him, and I want him to understand that. But then if we admit that what he did was wrong, we would also need to give him some kind of punishment. But it's like, what kind of punishment can you give like a 5-year-old or whatever age he has? Like, you can't really punish a little child. But that's why, like, this world is so fucked up where like a 5-year-old commits murder. It's like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? You know? Like, what am I gonna give him? Like a jail sentence, community service? Like, I don't know. I mean, arguably, he probably shouldn't carry a gun for a while, at least until he's learned, like, it's really weird that he made that mistake in the first place, but like, he's so young that Clem can have explained, like, accounted for every possible situation that they might run into. So like, he saw Marlon brandishing this gun, threatening Clem. So as soon as he saw an opening, he shot him. Like, it makes sense for a child, but of course, it's wrong.
I think you're okay. You sure you don't want your firefighter?
You should keep him, 'cause you're good like him. But maybe we could play with him later? Together?
Sure. After the funeral.
At
They
least
buried him
10.
already. Vi'll start it soon.
Okay.
See you out there.
Well, at least 10 isn't angry at him, so he's still got a friend.
This is gonna be hard. Everyone's going to be upset. We need to show them we care, okay?
Okay.
Drink some more coffee. Probably no milk and sugar, so it probably tastes kind of ugh for someone young, but when you're ready, go to the funeral.
At least these won't die.
Very on the nose, thank you.
They look good together.
Do you think his is better?
No, I like them both.
Ah, come on. Don't compare yourself. He's had a lot more practice. So the two girls that Marlon gave away to these... Also, I love that they call them like bandits and raiders. Like, a person can be a bandit, you know? That's not... It's a thing in games. It's always like, oh, just clear out this camp of raiders or bandits. But it's like, that's not really a thing in real life. Like, they're just people. Just people trying to survive same as everyone else. But it helps to dehumanize them. So like, when you kill them, you don't feel as bad. It's like... They're just raiders. They're just bandits, you know? I remember in the very first season, when Lee was at the St. John's farm, and like these other dudes were like attacking, it's like, oh, this group of bandits. But that was only 3 months after the initial outbreak. So it's like it really hasn't been that long that the world has kind of like fallen. And already you've got people that you're qualifying as raiders and bandits when they're like they're just people. So it was Minnie and Sophie, right? That's the name of the two girls, and they are Ten's sisters, and one of them was like Violet's girlfriend. So they are probably still alive, if I have to guess. So we're probably gonna have to like decide if we want to go and save them.
Still cool.
What was that sound?
Time to go?
Soon.
It sucks so much because we were doing so well in the first episode. Like, we were getting along with pretty much everyone. Like I was able to make all the right choices, and we seem to have a good relationship with everyone, and now it's all gone to shit already. All right, let's go to the funeral.
Ready?
We have to raise this kid right. The blood is still there. AJ is shaped by what you teach him. And what you don't teach him too, I guess. You taught him to regret his actions. I mean, to regret his mistakes, not necessarily his actions. I don't think he should regret things in general, but like, if you're not a stable and reasonable, not citizen, but like a member of a society, whenever you join this community, like, you're gonna get kicked out if you're acting too, like, recklessly. So it's important to teach him to, like, act in a community, you know? Even though there's no, like, cities or... Because he may one day grow older and, like, join an actual bigger, like, community or settlement, so... And then there's gonna be rules and laws that he has to obey.
I did that.
Come on.
It's very ketchup colored. It's a little too orange.
Right now,
But
let's just focus on what we're here to do. Okay?
what about that dog? Like, is the dog gonna hate us now? Because that was Marlon's dog. One for Brody, whom we killed. Well, we killed the zombie version, but they don't know that really. I don't know if they believe me that Marlon was the one who killed Brody.
Oh, God. They're here.
So what? They knew Brody, didn't they?
Yeah, but Marlon...
Just leave them alone.
Shit.
Clem? What? Why do people have funerals?
Brody and Marlon.
Tin said they used to have them more,
They died.
but I don't get it.
I guess to
Well,
say...
to say goodbye to someone you've lost.
But they're dead.
This is your last chance to see them before they're gone forever.
I made them all sad.
We all knew they could.
Like if someone took you away. Does everyone get a funeral?
People do. Some animals too.
Even monsters?
Even monsters.
I guess so.
10. You ready?
Sounds like Violet is kind of stepping up as the new
Brody.
leader.
You always said you wanted to go to the beach. So, I drew it for you.
Ah, that's really nice.
Marlon was.
I can't. Not for Marlon. After what he did to the twins and Brody,
You didn't even like Brody. You were always mean to her.
I can't. Someone else do it.
Bitch.
Dude, don't.
Seriously, Lewis? He was your best friend. He wasn't perfect, but he deserved better than to get gunned down by that kid. AJ killed him like it was nothing. We all saw it, and no one stopped him.
It was a mistake.
You're right, Mitch. Marlon didn't deserve what AJ did to him.
I know what I did. I'm sorry.
I don't think that's gonna
I
cut it.
know I'm a murderer. But I'm gonna,
Atone.
yeah, atone it.
Fuck, I can't listen to this.
What I did was bad, and I'm gonna make it up to you. I promise.
You don't have to make up shit. Marlon was a fucking murderer and a liar, and if we'd all asked more questions about Minnie and Sophie disappearing last year, none of this would have happened.
Right, she's really angry at Marlon because she just found out that he's the reason why they lost Minnie and Sophie, and so she doesn't care that he died, but like... obviously it's wrong what Marlon did, but he was trying to save the rest of the group. Like, he thought that if he gave them the girls, then they would spare the rest of the group, so it was a sacrifice that ideally you don't want to have to do, but like, he considered himself the leader. He was trying to do what was right for the rest of the group, and clearly he was like crumbling under the weight of that choice and that responsibility and the guilt of having done that. Like, that's why he tried to pass it on to other people. He's like, I didn't do that, like they did that, because he couldn't really accept his choice. But Violet's really angry at him, obviously. This is great. Like, they've already established many different characters with like different perspectives and like reasons for feeling the way that they do about different events. And I'm always impressed because like this game as a whole, between all the seasons, it's had its ups and downs, definitely. But overall, I've really enjoyed it, and I've been really impressed by how quickly they get to establish these new characters and establish these dynamics. Like, it only takes one episode, and already like we know what Violet's deal is, we know what Louis' deal is, and Clementine, and like all these other people, and they do that very, very quickly. So I find that quite impressive.
She's got a point.
Shut up! It wasn't Marlon's fault. Then whose fault was it?
Whatever happened before, AJ shouldn't have killed Marlon.
Yeah, he wasn't hurting anybody when I killed him.
See what I mean? How can any of us trust these fucking people?
What are you saying?
I'm saying they gotta fucking go. Take a vote. Majority decides. They stay or they leave. Today.
That does seem fair.
Are you serious? It's bullshit.
You're bullshit.
Please, don't do this. I know you're angry, but
You don't know shit! If you did, you would've stopped AJ.
Like you stopped Marlon from killing Brody? Fucking hypocrite!
A lot of
Vote's the only way to
tension.
settle this, or we'll be arguing forever.
Fine. I guess we're fucking voting.
It's like, even if they vote, the people who voted against it are gonna hate us forever. Like democracy is usually the best option, but the people who are upset and don't get their way, they're just gonna keep growing more and more resentful. So I don't know how well that's gonna go. But I guess we're gonna have to
Louis needs to vote. Could you go get him? And try to talk to him.
Come on, Rosie. Come here, girl.
Aw, she's just gonna stay near the grave.
Could
What
you
a
guys
loyal
go wait
dog.
in the dorm? I'll come get you.
Well, the good thing is, we had a pretty good relationship with everyone before this happened.
Please don't kick us out.
Come on, let's go.
So we might get votes. And we can't talk to anyone to influence them first, which is probably smart. This is another song that I'm gonna have to cut. It's gonna copyright claim my video otherwise. Interesting thing is, this is the same song as in the first episode and the same opening too, so it's more like an opening to a TV show. When usually the opening is kind of different for each episode. The final season. I'm gonna sneeze. Called it. Can you stop your kicking, AJ? Kind of stressing me out.
AJ, stop. You'll break your toe or something. Come here, sit down.
No. It didn't work. I did what you said and they didn't even care. I know that I was bad, but they don't let me fix it.
AJ, breathe. Remember what we do when we're mad? Come on, you don't want to be loud, do you? What do we do when we're mad?
We stop and think and, I'm still really, really mad. I know that I'm not supposed to get mad or sad because then I do dumb things.
And you have every reason to be upset. We'll deal with it together, okay?
Okay.
We stop, we think, and we breathe.
Breathe.
She's been quite good at teaching him all these things. It's not easy to
Feel
raise a
better?
child.
You're still mad, huh?
And, I think I'm sad too.
Gotta deal with all these feelings. He's so young.
I did what you told me to.
I know. You're a good listener.
I wanted to make them all feel better. It didn't work.
No, it's not so easy.
Why'd you tell me to do that if it didn't work?
Well, don't give up yet.
We don't know that it didn't work. They might have voted for us to stay.
I don't know. They seemed pretty mad.
Some of them, sure.
Violet was on our side. Maybe she'll persuade the others.
Yeah, maybe.
And if they kick us
I
out,
don't want to go.
we'll deal, you know? We'll survive,
I know you don't.
just like we
I
always
like knowing
have.
where we are all the time. The bed, the food. I like the other kids. Not all of them, but Tin and Louis and Violet. We took the vote. You have to leave.
Ah, shit.
Don't we get to vote? I vote that we stay.
That's not how it works.
Maybe it should be.
You don't have to like it.
Good, 'cause I don't.
Fine. I get it. We'll learn to live with your decision somehow.
Seriously? That's it? You know this is fucking wrong, and you're not gonna fight it at all?
How could I?
What's
It's
the
your
point?
decision.
You've already decided.
Yes, we have.
So fucking stupid.
You said you'd go along with it, if we voted fairly.
It's bullshit. And you'd know it if you weren't so used to burying your head in the sand.
Oh, I'm burying my head in the sand? Hate Marlin all you want, but you can't tell me AJ isn't dangerous too.
He's just a child. I'm surprised they
We'll wait
voted
for you to
against
pack
me.
up, then Louis and I'll escort you out past the safe zone. We'll make sure you get to the road safely. It's not a lot, but at least you won't die on the way.
We could have happily dumped you outside the gates.
Thanks for making sure that we...
No, don't thank them. It's their fault we gotta leave. They're gonna get rid of us.
Get him under control.
AJ, breathe.
Where's Tin? I gotta say goodbye. He was really upset about the vote, and he's not talking to anybody. It's best to leave him alone when he's like this, but for the record, he wanted you to stay.
Wait. Does AJ still have that gun?
Well, we can't
Hand it
have it.
over.
No, we need it.
Is this necessary?
Hell yes, it's necessary.
Why?
I'm not walking out into the woods with him holding that thing.
Then stay
We
here. We
already
need
know
it.
he knows how to use it.
It's yours, AJ. You should keep it.
But I murdered Marlin with it.
So use it more
Yeah.
wisely next
But
time.
you'll need protection outside.
Fine. Let the kid keep the murder weapon.
Well, we're going out in the wilds anyway, so it's not your problem anymore. Why should I give it to you? We're gonna need all we have. And we had just decorated this little place too. I have a feeling we're gonna be back. I don't think this is the end of it, but... I'm surprised. I thought enough of them liked us that they would vote for us to stay, but I guess not. It's wild because, like, fucking AJ, if he's like 4 or 5, he's at the age where, like, children will just start crying as soon as they don't have their way. Like, if they're a little bit angry, or a little bit sad, a little bit upset, a little bit hurt, like, for any reason, they will just start bawling, you know? He's actually really good at controlling his emotions, considering his age. And I guess, you know, all of them, they had to grow up very, very fast because of the circumstances, but still, like, children are gonna be children, so it's quite surprising. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna take us out of the safe zone, and then on the way we're gonna get attacked by these raiders or whatever. And so it's going to complicate the whole thing. We're gonna have to come back here. Obviously it's not over just yet. It can be so simple. And you know, Louis, you don't have to come with us if you don't want to. Just stay in the school. We'll survive just fine on our own, like we always have.
Will we get another car?
If we
Probably
can.
not. We got lucky before.
Yeah, I
So
bet.
we're walking. My shoes are gonna break.
Well, we'll have to hope they hold out.
My feet are gonna bleed again.
We'll tear up a shirt and tie them up if we have to.
Make him feel
Not so
bad.
bad. I mean, you've done this before.
Why don't you
Probably
just shut up?
Pretty good at it by now. Almost like going home for you guys.
Yeah, and it almost killed us. You saw how fucked up we were after that car crash.
We're here. The road's that way.
Anything you want to say before we go?
I've said plenty.
Thanks
Yep.
for trying to keep us.
You're welcome.
I wish you could stay.
I didn't want this.
Come on, let's just go.
Give us a minute, would you?
Yeah, so do I. I wish we hadn't fucked it up.
I don't want to make AJ feel bad, but like he has to accept the responsibility for what he did, even if he's just a child. But I mean, you can't really blame children for doing such a... Like usually when children make mistakes, like they break like a vase, or like they painted on the walls, or like they dropped a plate on the ground, or like they, you know, something like silly like that. It's usually not killing someone. Like this is so unprecedented. So like on one hand, I want him to accept the consequences of his choice, but at the same time, it's kind of Clementine's fault. Like she's the one that raised them, so I hate having to keep saying that we fucked up because I'm making him feel really bad about himself, and I don't want that. But then again, it's his fault, but it's kind of Clementine's responsibility. You know, when you're out at the fucking market, if a child starts like breaking pots on the ground, that's not really the child's fault. That's the parents' fault. Like, they should raise him better than that. So,
You didn't. Marlon did. Even dead, he's still ruining shit.
Jesus, Violet. Give him some fucking peace.
Just stay safe. Both of you.
Yeah, well, try.
Still
want-
got that gun? Just try to be more careful with it, okay?
I will.
You won't get to hit on me anymore. Now we're
Get
just...
going. The sun will set soon.
How do you know?
I don't know. I can just feel it.
How?
There's this cold that settles on my skin. It happens right before a storm, too.
I don't feel that.
You haven't been on the road as long as me.
Clem?
Poor Clem. Wait, they really dropped us out in the forest in the middle of the night? You couldn't wait until morning at least so we have like some fucking sunlight? Did it have to be like tonight? Now we need to find a place to spend the night?
Will we
Like,
be okay?
yeah.
I thought we were done running from all the bad people. And the monsters.
Yeah, of course we'll be okay. We're used to this.
I hate it out here. I wish we could go back.
I know.
So do I.
Well, maybe if we can find Minnie and Sophie, like, what if we run into that camp where they keep them? Then if we save them and bring them back to the school, maybe they'll accept us back. But then we'll have the whole camp of raiders on our ass.
Hide!
Jeez, that scared the shit out of me. We just... Ah, he's fucking alive.
Now come on out. I saw a couple of you on the road.
I knew
How
it.
long do you think you can hide?
I knew it.
That's the man from the train station.
We've been out for like 5 minutes and already this shit is happening. Like, can't we have a moment's rest?
I thought he died.
You can survive a bite if you cut it off fast enough.
Ugh.
Stay here.
Okay, I guess I mistimed that. I was waiting to be like a little closer. Got a face full of bullets instead. I mean, he's missing an arm, so...
Tough little bitch, aren't you?
Oh, finish him off. We probably should. He was looking to kill us. Like, he was out for revenge. We saw that he was about to shoot me. He's definitely dangerous. Then again... maybe he has information, though. If I hit finish him off, am I really gonna kill him? My guess is that he's going to lead us to the other bandits, and then we can maybe save the other girls. But if we finish him off, how is that gonna happen? But like, can we take the risk? Like, it was already a huge risk in the train station. Like, I considered maybe letting him like leave, but then I don't know, he was pointing a gun at a child, so that's always kind of like... Here he was trying to kill us. If I tell him, leave us alone, he's not gonna leave us alone. He's gonna keep following us, even if I steal his weapon. But then again, I did tell AJ that he shouldn't kill someone who's not, like, armed anymore. So I guess I shouldn't kill him. But, like, it's not the same. Marlon was not gonna turn on us. I think Marlon was, like, legitimately remorseful, whereas this guy, he's just disarmed at the moment, but like, he can reach for that gun again and then attack us, so... I guess I'll just tell him to leave us alone. It's not really the smartest thing to do, but...
Just walk away and we'll let you go.
Ah, shit. He wasn't alone. I've literally been out for 5 minutes.
I wouldn't, boy. Any closer, your friend might get her head blown off.
Abel.
Good to see you again, Squirt.
Don't!
I've seen these ones before. Fighters. Both of them. You'll like them.
We're looking for a kid. Runs a community near here.
Marlon.
He's dead.
Well, shit.
This can still work.
How about it? You want to take us back to your school? Help us talk to your friends? It's not like you have many other options. Come on, kid. We don't want to be out here all day.
It's not my school. I don't live there.
I find that very hard to believe. Not a lot of kid communes around here.
Don't! Let him go, please.
Sure, if you do like we ask. Otherwise, I'm happy to crack his head open. You ever seen old fruit explode after you throw it at something? That's just how it'll look.
Clementine!
All right, fine.
Oh my god. Clementine, it's you.
Who?
My name is Lily. You probably don't remember me. It's been a while.
Oh my god. I was like, who? I couldn't recognize her. It's fucking Lily? Ah. See, I was wondering about that. I was like, are we ever gonna see her again? It's fucking Lily from season 1. Ah, shit. Would Clementine remember her? I think she probably would.
Lily? I thought you died.
I came close.
What the hell?
Not now.
Wow.
The fuck is this?
I said not
I
now.
mean, accept her help or not, she did stop like attacking us. Like, I think like the person with a reason to be really angry at Lily was Lee, because she killed Carly, and like that really pissed me off that she did that. She was being really paranoid at the time, but like if she's survived all these years, it's been what, like almost a decade. She survived all this time, she still remembers us. I guess she could be a potential ally, so it's interesting because there's really no reason for her to treat me any differently just because we knew each other like a decade ago. Like, we're still kids. She didn't have a problem hurting kids until a moment ago, but just because she knows who I was, she's like, oh, it's you. Like, what does that change? Like, sure.
Lee isn't with you. So he's dead then. I'll never forget him leaving me on the side of the road to die. I don't blame him. I was clearly a threat to the group after I shot that girl.
At least you
Carly.
understand.
Lee should have left you behind too. Might have lived longer if he did. Same thing will happen to you if you repeat his mistakes. Your little boy there, you'll die protecting him. You may be able to keep this up a while longer, but eventually he'll slow you down. A walker you didn't spot. A bullet you couldn't dodge. A desperate cry for help that brings the herd.
I'm not answering that.
And it'll happen to you. You've made it this far. I'll give you that. But you and a few other kids hiding out in the woods, you have to know that can't last.
Fuck, we don't have time for all this.
We've got history.
Great. You know her, I know her. Point is, we've got a job to do.
We can help you raise that boy, Clementine. But we need you to do something for us.
What? Help you kidnap a couple more kids?
We don't need a couple. We need all of you.
We'll take you back to the Delta to join our people. We have walls, we have working solar panels, and we grow our own food. All we need from you is to go back to your friends and convince them to come peacefully.
Why?
No one will be harmed.
What's in it for you?
Here's what I'll do. I'll take the little squirt here right now. That way, I'm sure you'll play nice.
Be smart about this, Clementine. It's an us or them kind of world, Clem. If you want to save your little one, you won't pick them.
Whoa, that's my only options? These two options are gonna put us in danger. So my only options are to help the others? Like, there's no option to go along what Lily says? Interesting. I mean, I don't think she should shoot them. But like, why do they care? I really don't see any reason why they would want the kids to come along to their place. Why would you want more mouths to feed? Like, what do you guys care about these kids? I don't get it. Like, the only reason they could be after us is for revenge for what we did to Abel. But like, that's us, that's not the other kids, so why? There's gotta be some other history between them, but I don't understand why they would want them.
Run!
I'm putting myself in danger, why would I do that? I guess we want to help the others. Ooh. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? If he kills us, then he won't get to have what he wants. We're really lucky that they keep missing us. Okay, well, I'll remember that you were fucking shooting to kill me.
Oh shit.
That's fine, they can help us. Just avoid them.
I think we lost him.
Nice one, Clem. But we lost AJ. Oh, there he is. I think he got oh. Uh-oh.
Shit.
Okay, we gotta go back to the school. Did a bullet do that, or did he get hurt some other way? Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. It takes longer doing the stun and kill thing, but I assume it's like the smartest way. Okay, we're gonna need some help, and soon. Wait, where's... Okay, AJ's there. Ah, shit. This is tricky. We're really surrounded here. Ah, this one's gonna grab me. Okay, maybe not. Whoa. Okay, okay. I think we're good. Ah, man. Being surrounded.
No. Stop. Too loud.
Oh, it's one of those. It's those guys from the show. Forgot what they're called. They wear the skins of walkers and then they walk among them. Which is so smart, by the way. Like, they all happen to be fucked up people, but like, in the concept of it is very smart. even though it's really disgusting, and you would probably get sick from like infection and like just a bunch of sickness. Clem is also hella strong to be carrying AJ around, because like he's pretty tall for his age.
There.
So what happened? Is it the bullet? You should probably wash your hands.
Me?
I'll keep him still.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so he got hit by some shrapnels. Sorry. He's so young to be like having this shit happen to him. He's a really tough kid. Like our hands are all dirty too, like we can't even wash our hands.
Be loud. It's okay, AJ. Just breathe.
Put your
This
hands
stuff's gonna
there.
get infected.
Stop the bleeding.
It's okay, AJ. He's just gonna patch you up.
It's enough. For now.
It's gonna get infected though. We need like something.
Whoa. Easy. Easy.
Where's our stuff? My gun.
We lost it.
Buddy.
Louis and Violet ran. They're safe.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, not for long.
Shit.
You know what really sucks? What Lily said about like Clementine's gonna die from protecting AJ. It's probably true. I really hope they don't do that, where like the same thing kind of happens to her that happened to Lee, where like she gets bitten and then this season ends with her dying, but at least AJ survives. Like I hope they don't do that, because like it's one thing for Lee. I mean, I want to say Lee was older. He was only like in his 30s, I think, but you know, it's one thing for Lee to do that, but he was an adult. Clem is still just also a kid, so like just because she's a little bit older than AJ, I don't want her to die protecting him. Like that would really sucks. I hope they get to ride off into the sunset. I really, 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 really hope Clem gets to survive this, and then like she's just, you know, the rest of her life is unwritten. Please just give her a happy ending. That's all I ask. We have to go back. We have to go back to the school. Surely they... And then again, they probably knew this was gonna happen to us, but... Surely they would understand, right?
I didn't mean to endanger you. The walkers were sent to help you.
Sent?
You
Oh.
sent the walkers?
Was part of a group. Call themselves Whisperers.
Yeah, that's what they are, the Whisperers.
They've learned to live in herds, among walkers. Move among them. Sometimes guide them.
Why are you alone, if you were part of a group?
They attacked a community. Saw the carnage. Didn't want to be part of it.
Wait. The Whisperer, so this has to be the same group from the show. Because there's no way there's just multiple people just doing that shit. Like, they all have to belong to the same group that was led by Alpha from the show. And so, the community they're talking about is probably one of the communities from the show. Meaning this is happening alongside the events of the TV show, or at least like the events from the comic books, because I think the games are based on the comics, not the TV show. Even though Glenn was voiced by the same guy from the TV show, but... So he's not just someone who happened to use the same technique that the Whisperers did. He was part of the Whisperers with Alpha as their leader. Interesting. This is like a little tie-in to the canon comics and show. It's kind of cool. It's like meeting Jesus in season 3.
Does it hurt? Hungry.
Also probably in pain. Hey, thanks.
Eat. Both of you.
You keep it. I mean, no, we should... We're definitely not gonna say no.
Thank you.
He will remember that.
Do you
Seems
have a
okay
name?
to eat.
Been a while.
Since...
I've said it.
You don't have to take off your thing.
James.
Better looking than I expected.
Why did you help us, James?
The people who attacked you. What do you know about them?
Not much.
I hardly know anything about them.
You know they attacked you. They'll attack again.
Yeah, they said as much.
They're at war up north. Their entire community against another. It's why they take people. To make them fight.
Oh, okay.
Train them. Use them.
So that's why they want the kids.
You would join their war.
That's horrible.
Yes. That's why I helped you.
His face is way too clean for having been under this mask this whole time.
Thank you.
He would be full of pimples and shit.
Clem?
Wait. Throw it. Distract him. Works just as well, and nobody gets hurt. Not us. Not him.
I'd rather kill it, but I guess let's learn the lesson he's trying to teach us. Because if you distract it, he's just gonna come back, isn't he? Like, they want to eat people. Like, they're attracted to sound, sure, but I thought, like, the primary thing was, like, the smell. Because, like, they smell people. That's why wearing their skin protects you, is because, like, you start smelling like them, so they don't attack you. So, like, you'd think smelling you would take precedent over him hearing something further away. Because, like, here we throw a rock, he's going to wander around, but then once he sees that there's nothing there, he's just gonna come back here, follow the smell, isn't he? But he's talking like he kinda don't want them to die.
It was difficult to send the herd in to save you. I didn't want them to die.
Oh, so you kinda care about them, I see. I mean, they're already dead. Surely you know that. Well, thanks for making the sacrifice.
So,
Definitely saved our
James,
lives.
do you just hang around in the woods, saving random people?
After I left my group, I wandered. First time alone, ever. Saw war everywhere. First against walkers, then against each other.
Yep.
Hoped it would be better here. Where are you from?
I mean,
Here? Or somewhere far away?
I guess originally.
Georgia.
Long way from home.
It feels like forever ago.
It was.
How old are you exactly? Like, he looks a bit older than me, but doesn't look that old.
So, where are you from?
Washington.
The city or the state?
I love that
City.
they have to,
Dad ran a food truck. I helped.
they always have to specify. It's like Quebec, the province or the city?
You've got a fever.
His
Yeah.
wound will need proper cleaning and medicine, if you're lucky enough to have any.
We
The
don't.
school has medicine, but I don't think they'll share it.
That's why those people attacked you, isn't it? To get to that school,
Yeah.
they'll destroy whatever they find. Bring more guns, more fighters. Take everyone inside.
Well, then we should warn
They
them.
won't be able to fight them off.
It's interesting that I want to say we should warn them, and Louis and Violet could back us up, but like, because they escorted us out of the safe zone and then they left, and then maybe only like 2 minutes later we ran into Abel, but like, I guess because Vi and Louis heard the gunshots, so they came back to see what happened. Like, they would probably back us up if we go back and we explain the situation to them and tell them that they're in danger, but then all the members of the group that voted for us to leave probably wouldn't believe us.
You need medicine. You have to go back, or you'll lose him.
Yeah, we'll warn
I
them.
have to go back and warn them. It's the right thing to do.
Noble of you, despite their treatment. I'll help you get back. Past the walkers.
What do you have there? Is that
A few
food?
more hours and we'll go.
Yeah, sounds
It's a
good.
few hours for you to sleep.
If you can, even though you got like shrapnel, open wound on your belly.
I'll stay awake. You don't have to.
Well, thank
Sleep.
you.
I'll keep watch.
I feel like we probably should. I kind of trust him. Like,
Okay,
he's been very
I will.
helpful so far, so.
What about you?
Don't need it. Not tonight. Rest well.
I don't really see any reason not to trust him so far, so.
Good night.
Good night.
I don't know if having a fire is the best idea, though. That kind of attracts attention, doesn't it? I wonder if he's gonna be like a character for the whole season, or if he's just like a little tie-in to the rest of the canon just for fun, you know? Just a little...
Is he awake?
Yeah, he's so hot.
I can carry him. You're exhausted.
No, I've got him.
Watch out they don't shoot you when you get close, like they might think you're a walker.
Hurts. Hang on, we're almost there.
What sucks is like, it's probably true that Clementine might die younger because she's protecting AJ. Like, of course, it's a burden. You have to care for someone who can't really defend themselves that well. Like, you have to always, you know, I think you have a much better chance of surviving if you're like in a big group or if you're all by yourself. But if it's only like 2 or 3 people, that kind of makes things harder because like more things can go wrong. But like I've said many times, it's not all about just surviving. Like, you also want a reason to be there. And like for the longest time, AJ was Clementine's reason for surviving because she'd lost everyone from before. She lost Lee, she lost Kenny, she lost Jane. So even knowing that he might slow her down or have her die earlier, I think she would still want to protect him because she feels very responsible for him, obviously, you know, like a parent or a sibling.
Walker!
Whoa! Good thing you're a bad shot.
Violet! Lewis! They came back!
Yeah, you shouldn't wear the mask while getting close to here, dude.
You live out there alone, right? You could stay with us.
I think he likes being alone.
not ready.
I mean, plus, it's not like this place is gonna be here for long. Like, we're probably gonna have to evacuate anyways, so... I wonder if we'll see him again. You okay, Clem? My controller's like vibrating.
I can't keep carrying you.
Oh.
We'll be inside soon. Rest now.
Shit. Is he...
He's alive. He was shot. He's got a fever.
Come on, let's get him inside.
I can't.
The others aren't gonna like this.
It's okay, buddy. I got you.
Man, and she got some sleep too. Like, you would think she would be weak if she didn't sleep, but I let her sleep, so I thought she would be in better shape.
Let me see. I have what I need upstairs. Come on.
Thank you for letting me in.
We got the shrapnel out of him.
We?
It's a long story.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't tell them about James. Do you have any, like, antibiotics?
He's running a fever. Body's trying to fight infection, poor little guy.
Ruby and Lewis will take care of him. You come with me. We can talk in the office. Clem?
Shh. You just try to rest, okay? We're gonna fix you right up.
Clem!
AJ, listen to Ruby, okay? She'll look after you. Come on, what do we do when we're scared? When fear starts to get the upper hand.
We tell it to fuck off. We don't let it take over.
We push
through it. We don't let it take over.
Kind of the most boring answer, but...
I'm good now. Clementine, please. We need to talk.
Yeah, we need to discuss what happened. He's probably gonna be fine. I can't tell if children are like really resilient or really weak. Like, because when children get sick, you know, they tend to get over it pretty quickly, but I don't know how fast a child would heal from like a bullet wound or like shrapnel in this case. Like, they have a very high metabolism, so I feel like they would heal pretty quickly, but I don't know.
What happened out in the woods? I saw they had you pinned and Shit, I got so crazy.
So what'd you tell the
When I
others?
heard you call for help, I didn't even think. I wanted to help you, but when you told us to run, I had to trust you.
Yeah, I know, that's fine.
Thank you for protecting us. It was really brave. I really thought you were dead, Clem.
It's just everything is so fucked right now.
You can be such
You
a
know?
dick.
Everyone is scared, Clem.
It's really good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Sure.
Just wish Mitch and the others felt the same.
Mm.
Lewis and I told them what happened in the woods. That woman who attacked you.
Lily.
So you do know her. We were wondering. Who the hell is she? I mean, I know you're not, like, with her group, but the others don't like the coincidence.
I think she would
her
barely
showing
remember
up right
her.
after you? I mean...
I wouldn't have recognized her if she hadn't recognized me first. We were in a group together. Long time ago.
Hope it was a different kind of group that didn't fucking steal people.
Come on, you know it was different. She murdered someone in our group, gunned them down during an argument. Carly was her name. She refused to let Lily push her around. It was right at the start. I haven't seen Lily since.
I believe you.
But?
There's something else. Willie said someone was with you at the gates.
James. He saved me and AJ, let us stay in his camp for the night.
But why did you bring him here? You led him right to us.
Because he's
I
trustworthy.
mean, he's a stranger, Clem. Running into those two in the woods, it proved we can't
He's not a
trust
threat.
anybody.
Look, he's not with the Raiders. He lives by himself in the woods.
Willie said he was wearing, I don't know, animal skins or something.
He was wearing walker skin. That's how he gets past herds. He can guide them, too.
Yeah, that's smart.
Wow. Okay.
I wouldn't have brought him here if I thought he was a threat.
It's
Yeah, you should
not
know
that I
that.
don't trust you. I'm just worried about the others and what they might do.
I don't really care
They
about
didn't
them.
even get a chance to mourn Brody and Marlon before these child-snatching assholes showed up.
Well, you guys are gonna have to make a
And
decision
then you
quick.
two come back after we thought you were dead. Now they're confused, and no one knows how to feel about AJ.
Violet, AJ is the least of their worries.
Yeah.
I know, but everything is such a mess. They're scared and angry, and they're looking for someone to blame. I mean, they kicked you
Not
out.
us.
How am I supposed to make them change their minds about you?
It was decided. 5-3 against.
I know it feels like it shouldn't matter, but they were afraid of you. Both of you.
You don't have to. Let me convince them.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
James told me what Lily and Abel will do next. He said they'll get more people and guns and come attack us. Take everyone here.
How the hell would he know?
He's watched them for a while. They're at war with another community. They take people to fight for them.
Is that
Which wouldn't really work. Like, if you were kidnapped from your own group for these people and they put a gun in your hand and they tell you, like, go attack this other community there, you'd be like, fuck you. And you just turn your gun on them and, like, use your weapons to escape and, like, get back at them for, like, kidnapping you and, like, maybe killing your friends even. Like, that would never work unless they're, like, a huge community that's, like, really organized. And the whole time you're fighting for them, you're still kind of like their prisoner, you know? But you would never just do it willingly.
what happened to Minnie and Sophie? They turned them into soldiers?
Yeah,
Maybe.
It'll happen to us too if we don't stop them.
Minnie didn't even like killing walkers.
Well, that means she was normal. I don't think anyone would like doing that other than fucked up people.
Look at this place. It's a fortress.
Well, not if they come here with a lot of
little
people
work,
and
We
weapons.
could make this place really hard to attack.
Do you actually know how to do that?
There's not enough
Yeah,
of us.
I was part of a siege once in a town called Richmond.
Wait, Richmond from season 3? I guess it kind of was a siege, but like it didn't go that well, did it? And we don't have enough people, we don't have enough weapons. I don't think we could really defend the school that much.
Here, let me show you.
Plan your defenses.
We've got good, strong walls. We need to make
True.
them hard to climb over, so the raiders have to come in through the gates.
We used to keep barbed wire in the greenhouse.
Okay, but like, even if we manage to fortify the school and make it so that the raiders can't come here, we're gonna run out of food. Like, we were already kind of running out of food. We only had, like, we have to go outside to go hunting and fishing and like, because they don't grow their own food in the greenhouse, so like they could just wait us out and wait for us to starve, and then we would have no choice but to join them just to get food, so. Unless we can get the greenhouse to work, but divide the courtyard.
The courtyard's pretty wide open, not a lot of cover. We should flip the picnic tables, narrow down the pathways through it.
So we'll know which way they're coming.
At the very least, it'll give us protection if they get past these walls.
True. But if they get past the walls, then they could come in from any side. I don't know about this plan.
This is where we should make our stand. There's only one way in, the front, and then there's the big central staircase. If we rig that path with traps, we can pull back here.
And then what,
Luring
though?
in our attackers.
We'll be stuck.
I like it.
Well, you guys don't use the greenhouse anymore, do you?
No, we used to.
We really need
Then we
to.
lost someone out there. Walkers overran the place and Marlon wouldn't let us go back. Safe zone.
Wait,
We need to get that barbed wire so they can't climb the walls.
the greenhouse is infested? There's walkers in the greenhouse? You guys should have really cleared that out. Like, this could be your answer to surviving a long time.
I'll go.
Are you sure? It's gonna be swarming with walkers by now.
Okay, what the hell's going on? Lily told me she was back, but I was like, no way. Violet wouldn't just go against what we all decided.
Shh! Would you keep it down? The little boy's asleep.
He doesn't care.
His fever's already going down, Clem. He's gonna be okay.
Great. We're just giving them our medicine too?
Mitch, those raiders are getting ready to attack the school. We need Clem's help.
Like hell we do. For all we know, she's one of them.
She's not. If you saw their leader's boot on Clem's neck, you'd know that.
All I know is that since she showed up, it's been trouble.
These raiders all carry guns, and they know how to use them. So whatever you think of me and AJ, deal with it, or you're gonna end up dead.
I'd rather take my chances.
Clem's going to the greenhouse to find barbed wire and anything else she thinks we need for the fight, and you're going to help her.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. It's too dangerous for her to go by herself, and you're good in a fight.
I can go too. You know, to keep the peace.
I don't want him with me if, like,
Fuck, Vi.
I can't
Since
trust
when are you
him.
the one making the calls?
Since no one else stepped the fuck up. These two will meet you at the gate, and you can head to the greenhouse once I've explained the situation.
See you there.
He doesn't trust me, and I can't trust him, so...
I'm so sorry, little dude. Please be okay.
So they said they voted 5 against 3. So Vi would be one, 10 is the other. What about Louis? Did he vote for us or against us? I think Ruby probably voted for us too. I think Louis voted against. So these are the only people on our side. All the other ones hate us. That's bad. Now you feel bad about your vote now? Alright, well. If his fever is going down, I guess he's gonna be fine. Oh, piano music in the back. That's so unlike this game. Alright guys, so again, these are quite long episodes, so we're going to be pausing here for now and we're going to be finishing it in the next video. And again, I'll be sharing more of my thoughts on the overall episode at the end of the next video. So for now, I just want to say thank you for joining me today. I had fun playing this, hope you had fun watching it, and I'll catch you in the next one for some more The Walking Dead. À la prochaine.